Yeah, one of the most recent visits I saw was with TPG Telecom. They went through the rationale behind the Vodafone deal with rolling out fibre to their tower network. The key takeaway was that this will effectively double TPG's fibre in the ground, and TPG are the beneficiary because they get to use the strands that aren't being used by Vodafone. So for me, I think the market is not underestimating the impact this will have on the TPG business over time. Yeah, I think for TPG, the benefit of having the Vodafone fibre in the ground is it will lower their backhaul costs, and it gives them more coverage for all their product sets. So they won't have to wholesale buy capacity over time, so they can move this onto their own network. So I think there's significant margin upside for TPG over time by this Vodafone deal. Yeah, I think it will raise the bar for Vodafone as far as their product offering. They'll have a really competitive and fast network, which is obviously detrimental to Optus and Telstra, especially Telstra with the recent network issues they've had. I think if Vodafone can get their network up to speed, it'll be a great competitive advantage for these guys to push hard into the Australian market. Yeah, I think we've probably come to the end of that now. I don't think there's any more major transactions to be had in this space. I don't think the ACCC will allow too much at the top end of town, so I think the landscape is pretty well set now. There could be smaller acquisitions, like example, like data centres and the like. There could be a few transactions there. I think Macquarie Telecom is probably one that's pretty susceptible to a bid. But apart from that, I don't think there's too many more transactions to be had. I think the costs are pretty well set now because we'll be moving to an NBN world, so the cost to operate on the NBN is fixed, and so I don't think there'll be too much in the way of competitive pricing. More on the data side, if you've got a network that can support high data through the backhauls from the POIs, you'll have a competitive advantage, and that's where TPG and now the M2 and Vocus will really be able to be quite competitive on that front.